Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Parish campaign 01. Now, the last thing that happened is the brave and stalwart adventurers who are truly doomed are super doomed. Now, they're up here, and they're like, you know what we should do? We should charge south to get these bandit dudes who are over here, actually, specifically in this forest area. They're currently in the city-state of Guthrum, and they're going to be trying their best to do this. They're operating on information from... I probably wrote his name down. Yeah, there's Knight Captain Ritmard. And I'm pretty sure you were pushed there by the Mayor, Cleotos, as well. Yep, I'm right. Yay, I actually wrote stuff down. Now, you guys have the opportunity to just kind of head out whenever. I assumed you guys got a good night's sleep. I don't keep track of that kind of stuff. If you want to just kind of be like, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have options for traveling. They're all the basic options. It really boils down to how much of a hurry you're in. So it's going to be a bit of a trip. We're talking... That's going to be at least a 3-day trip right there, I'd say. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I'm right. That's about a 3-day trip, give or take.
Well, I mean, I don't think we need to force march it, although we don't need to take it easy either.
I will also admit, if you want to try and procure some kind of wagon or something to speed it up, or horses, you can. Remember, you have no money, so you're going to have to procure it some other method. That's up to you.
I'd be fine with just hoping it.
There's nothing wrong with hoping it.
It's being a horse thief and getting caught, knowing our luck.
Horse is like, you know, I hate you. And then, whoa, it just knocks you off into the ravine. All right.
Yeah, the horse could report us to the authorities.
So, you were just... so I'm just going to go
Only
and
if it's
pull
the
this down
horse.
here.
Only if it's the horse from Tangled.
Well, that horse is overpowered. I'm sorry. Okay, it's just going to stick there. Whatever. All right. Shoutouts to Neutral Party. Has a whole bunch of really awesome D&D things, which I'm going to be using a lot of to make this take less time. I don't have time to make custom things here. So as you head south and enter the actual foresty area, 3 days pass. Nothing significant happens. I'm just going to go and cut through that really quick. As you're on approach, you start to enter the actual woods. It's actually pretty dense. In fact, you don't see this at the moment. But, I wonder if I could do this. So anyways, it's pretty dense woods. Super dense. You can't see a thing.
Yeah, I can see this giant piece of wood right in front
It's
of me.
incredible.
She is wood.
It is a fairly dense forest. It's going to slow you down considerably. Thankfully, the Knight Captain actually gave you pretty specific directions. So you have a pretty good idea of where to head towards. Does anyone here have any skills with, like, survival or tracking or woodsiness or anything like that? Any proficiencies like that one?
Not tracking, I just have trap finding kind of lethal environment recognition. There it is.
Okay.
That's all I have.
No.
I just have escape route.
Okay.
I don't have anything like that.
That's fine.
Unless the root has anything magical to do with it, I can't sniff it out.
So, third, go ahead and do me a favor. And roll, let's make it a int roll. Plus proficiency.
Okay. And just as a reminder, is that equal to our level?
Yes.
Okay.
It's equal to our level or our level over 2?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's
That was,
level, but I could be completely wrong.
I have a total of an 11.
Well, hang on. I gotta figure out where I would have written that down.
I think I noted everything that you put down for it when we made our stuff. When we actually made our characters. Or was it?
Oh
I
god,
have since deleted that document.
which
Of
account
course I
did I use? So I have many accounts with many documents because this is how I keep track of the show stuff. So I got to figure out which account has this exact thing so I can find the exact thing that I need here. It should be this one.
Proficiency is level over 2.
Okay. There it is. So it is level over 2. So in your case, it would be 1 plus 1.
Okay. In that case, that ends up with a 9.
9. Okay. Even with a 9, so we're going with the lower things, obviously. We're going with 5th edition rules. So even with a 9, as you're on approach, something's just kind of weird. And you can't quite put your finger on it. But something about the approach they have you going on is just kind of making you go...
Got a bad feeling about this.
And hang on, I should switch playlists for this. There we go. DarthTyren, I would like you to also roll me. Let's go ahead and make yours a wisdom roll. Plus proficiency.
Okay, here we go.
Ears are twitching. There's something up around here.
That is going to be a 15.
Nice. Okay. As you're on approach, you just kind of find yourself mentally mapping out an escape route, which is not the route you're coming in on. You notice that there's some paths through the trees that look like they're a little bit more beaten down, and you could probably get lost over there to the side pretty easily if you wanted to. So, as you continue, you're eventually going to get to a point. I'll go ahead and kind of flip this here. You're eventually going to get to a point where I can not pick up your characters anymore. Ignore that. He's... And you guys are coming from this way, specifically. And you're actually kind of like out here-ish at the moment, roughly. Obviously, you hear the river, and you kind of see it coming. And you also can kind of see through the trees, even from here, without any kind of rolls or stealth or anything, that there's some kind of ruins and stuff up there. But I'm basically deliberately not putting stuff on the grid right now, because you haven't done any rolls and you have no idea. But this is kind of a general idea of what you're looking at. You can see there's some kind of ruins up there, some kind of clearing, lots of trees, river. That cliff is about 20 feet tall, give or take, going into the water. So if you need to cross or try to go down or up, that's going to be relevant to that.
Yeah.
Right.
We know they were hanging out near some ruins, so this seems like it's just about the right place. I suggest we split up. No, just kidding.
I mean, if you really want to. That is up to you, you weirdos.
Actually, what I might suggest is we try to take this a little more quietly now and see if we can scout out some of their people.
Brains,
If
DarthTyren.
there are here.
One moment. Really? Okay, hang on. I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm gonna...
Oh.
This is just gonna take me 1 second. This is gonna be weird. Just give me a second.
Why?
Ah!
Hang on.
Right after I get in, too.
Hang on. I don't know why it didn't save these as a custom object, even though I just saved these as a custom object. Here we go. Save as custom object.
Paper mache soldiers.
Are they there? There they are. Okay. And back to this. Sorry about that. I don't know why it didn't save the object. Moving on. And it'll take a little bit to load some of the images. There we go.
There it is.
So what are you guys doing? Because you got a few options here.
Well, I'd suggest we go into a more quiet scouting mode and start casing these ruins, because that's where they're supposed to be. That's where they're supposed to be, although we haven't seen anything obvious yet.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken.
Well,
Nope.
let's get a bit closer to the river. Still try to get behind some cover and see what we can see from the river edge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the moment you're... so, if you're approaching stealthily, I'm going to need a stealth roll from everyone who's moving. So it's just straight dex.
Dexterity.
Plus proficiency if you have it.
Nat 20,
Nice.
Dexterity is...
which gives me a
crap.
24 because...
Look at all these trash cans I found.
Okay.
There's a lot over there.
11.
No, I actually got a 17. It's not.
So I have 7 decks. That would probably be like a -1 or something like that.
That is a
Minus
-2, yes.
Wow. That would mean 14.
Okay.
Still better than I am.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Shadow Machine, what was yours?
Nat 20.
Okay,
So
so
24 with
20,
my-
17, 25. Okay. So you guys can go ahead and inch forward a little bit. I'll go ahead and scoot you up here at this point. Actually, I'll let you decide. Where do you want to come in here?
Oh, group
Well,
hug.
I'm thinking, like, come up from, like, over here to get behind this tree here.
All
Or
right.
so.
Coming
Yeah,
like
I'm not the
can.
stealthy expert, so I'll follow your lead.
Well, I didn't get the codename Shadow for nothing.
I always thought it was because you're in somebody's shadow. No offense. But
His name isn't Malfurion. No.
That would be a different thing, but anyways.
Nah, in my line of work, you don't exactly get to choose your code names. I have a friend of mine, got the nickname Duchess. We really gave him hell for that one.
Why did they get nicknamed Duchess?
It's just the way people are in my... Also, if you get that joke, you get that joke.
I don't get that joke, I'm sorry. Unless it's an Enterprise joke, in which case I get that joke.
No, it's an Archer joke.
Oh, then no. Hi, Blue Wind. Alright, so... By the way, hi Nemesis, hi Caspian, hi Ogre, and hello Cord. And Platty, I think, is here too. Although I think she secretly hates me, and also hi McDud. Alright. So, that's third, right? Yep.
Mhm.
Alright, so third, I want you to give me a second stealth roll.
all right, this one's going to be amazing. Check this out.
I'm ready.
It actually is pretty good. It's an 18.
Nice, okay. Nothing happens.
All right.
But...
It's all clear.
Run on a
Not really.
that would actually be really
minor
funny.
twist.
Give me a perception. Give me a wisdom.
Oh, pretty good too. 19, just straight up wisdom check.
Nice. Okay. So you notice a couple things. First, you see, based on your current line of sight, you can't quite make it out, but there seems to be some kind of very large cage way over there. You can't make... that was a good roll, but you can't quite make out the specifics. That is a heck of a way over there, but it's like... You're not sure what's on with that. You also can hear something moving through the underbrush somewhere like up here-ish. But obviously you can't see it, you just heard it. You also hear a kind of a call, which you, and specifically you, recognize as a military call, a Gresh military call to indicate that hostiles have just approached. Oh, and because you rolled very well, I will tell you that that call came from roughly over there-ish.
Yeah, I was actually about to say if I could use one of my racial abilities called Pinpoint.
Oh, remind me what Pinpoint does.
So it's an instant, once per long rest. It allows you to gain advantage on auditory stuff. The examples you gave was detect location of troops, how many, etc.
Yeah, no, if you want to go ahead and blow that and then roll again, I will give you much more specific information on the two things you just heard.
Yeah, basically I'm just, I hear that, I'm trying to listen intently and see, like, okay, there's maybe somebody moving right there, there, and there, and there's 4, for example. All right. So officially blown. It's a little lower. It's a 15.
Still good. 15 is sufficient for this. All right, so the call actually specifically came from pretty much in that tree right there.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing, I'm going to go and just replace this with this. I know it says dragon. Don't worry, it's not a dragon. But it's actually right about there right now. And you recognize the sound of that beast because you've heard those before. That is an armored Dillo. Now, I don't know how much experience you've had with those in your military career, or just in your career as being a person, but they are semi-common creatures that are tameable, I think is the right word. Yes, tameable, not domesticatable. I did make sure I was getting that clear. that are tend to be used as guard dogs or defense animals or whatever. Those are mean. They have very strong armored plating on their back, which makes them have tons of DR, effectively. They do have a couple of weak spots, but it's hard to get to them, and they are very strong, and they can move very quickly.
Okay.
You have probably sometime in your career either used them yourself or been around people who have used them in a similar fashion.
Yeah. Probably no specialty, you just know of them.
Yeah.
So right about now, my character is thinking, I would really like to just nuke this whole place and get it done with. I don't want to go up against a Dillo.
Why not?
No,
All right.
not again.
I'll creep back to the party.
I was gonna say, honestly, Braigwen, you are familiar with these things. I'm not sure the rest of you are. Like, monk life would probably not lend itself towards being familiar with these kind of creatures, and you are more of an assassin, underbelly kind of person.
Yeah.
But I mean, Third can obviously share this with you. I'm just saying, no real previous things.
Yep, and that's what I'm creeping back to do. Exposition dump. It sounds like Gresh military or former, armadillo, etc., etc.
Quite. And that cage, you couldn't see what was in that cage. Just noticed.
There was no movement. There was no movement in the cage. It's a big cage. This isn't. I need to make this larger. It's a pretty big cage.
It's too far away, and I was a little more focused on the stuff moving around in the underbrush.
Well, that cage is probably not just for that armadillo, is it? Possibly.
Oh, I really would have no idea. I'm more concerned that it sounds like we're probably facing some
There we go. That's a little
Gresh
better.
military.
Oh,
It makes this a whole lot harder.
Guido is currently feeling very unwell. He actually was in the hospital semi-recently. He is still recovering. So if you want to send well wishes... I sincerely doubt he's watching the stream right now, but I will text him saying, hey, well wishes.
Yeah, say, didn't that Captain Ritmard say he was former Gresh military?
Yes, you remember him
Yeah,
from being involved in that.
that's right. That's right, because that's the second guy we saw. I'm getting my military people mixed up.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you three think?
Well, you said you heard that a call from them that says they probably know we're here.
Yep.
Guaranteed, by the way. They're probably maneuvering to attack you as we speak. There's a Star Destroyer. There's a Star Destroyer overhead as we... No.
So, do we want to
Yeah,
try to get
back
over
on.
to their side of the river and attack them, or set here and wait for them to come to us?
Well, I'm no military strategist, but I would probably advise against just sitting here and waiting for them to come to us.
Oh, please do. I would love to decide what to do when all your characters die.
note to self, they probably have lots and lots and lots of arrows.
It would be hysterical to do... Okay, so here's the Parish 2 video. So if the party decided to go down here, and then they all died, it'll be like 5 seconds. That'll be the video right there.
You still require 200 hours, $200.
Yeah, no, it'll still take... Yeah, you still gotta dump the money on the habit, but it's still gonna be a 5-second video. Sorry, alright. By the way, I'm glad you liked it, Arthur.
I might recommend us going back just about now and getting out of this place that is surely being surrounded at this very moment.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Yeah, let's back up a bit. Look for somewhere not as close to this little base of theirs across the river.
Mm-hmm. Right. If there's agreement, we do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you trying to stealth on your way out, or are you just booking it?
I mean, I'd say we'd stealth. I mean, there's no reason to just flat out run at this point, I don't think.
It is up to you.
Well, also they do have a river to cross. They're not going to, be honest, immediately if we don't sell. But,
Well, we also don't know if they have a mage with them.
right. Mages.
Not that they, you're a mage or anything.
Mages,
the
Well, half the
narrator
party are
stopped.
mages.
mages are always trouble when it comes to fighting them.
That's true. I hate mages. All mages should die.
You get mages on your side, and you win like almost all the time by fighting them.
That's not exactly true. I wouldn't oversell it.
Thanks.
So I'm sorry. Consensus? Are you stealthing out? If so, I'm going to need another stealth roll from everybody.
Yeah.
I'd say stealth.
Oh, prepare for hilarity.
Oh my gosh.
Unnatural 21.
Okay.
Oh man, on fire today. An 18.
Okay.
I got a 2.
All right.
Fail.
Was that a flat 2? Like you
It was
die roll?
No, you're
Flat.
not supposed to drop breadcrumbs on the way out. Stop.
Which means with your -2 dex modifier, that's a 0.
I'm 0.
Do me a favor, Braigwen, and tell me what happens as you fail to sneak out. Describe it.
I turn around. My foot catches on a root. I fall down into a thorn bush, scream, and start rolling, and then catch on fire. Somehow.
Where the fuck?
How did you catch on fire?
It was a
tinder-
magical
the,
thorn
no,
bush.
no, the fire tending kit, the thing
Oh,
that starts the fires,
hold on.
it just poof, and I roll out.
Note to
On
self:
fire.
don't put the fire tending kit with whatever she is.
When everyone thinks that Gresh accidentally sent over their court jester, not the court mage.
That right there is what we call reverse.
Well, we don't even know in character that you're a mage yet.
Yeah,
so-
I know.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder that.
Okay, well, I already decided and I already rolled that if you guys made a lot of noise, something would happen. And you're on the ground right now, Braigwen, so I'm just gonna roll an attack roll on you here. And it's gonna hit. What's your AC?
Oh shoot, what is that?
I mean, I have advantage on this,
Already.
so.
God, I don't even know my AC.
There, Braigwen's on the ground.
That's
Poor Braigwen.
I don't even know my AC.
What's your dex
For
mod?
mages, isn't it just straight 10 plus dex?
I was gonna say it should be 8 in your case, yeah.
8 plus Dex is
10 plus dex.
10.
Okay, so-
10 plus or minus dex, yes.
I
That's
guess
an 8
17,
for
or would that be the Dex modifier?
Dex mod, as always.
Oh, okay,
It's pretty much always the dex mod.
that'd be 8. Okay.
Okay, so yes, this is appropriate music for what's happening right now. All right, so out of the trees, a bag just kind of flies at your face, Braigwen, and explodes on your face, covering you in a thick, sticky tar-like substance. You are now pinned to the ground, which means you're not only staying prone, but you can't move in general. You can attempt a strength check to try and free yourself, and then attempt a second strength check in order to get up.
Okay.
Not right now,
strength 5.
because
Okay.
now we roll initiative.
Okay.
All right.
Oh god.
So everyone roll a d20 and add your dex mod.
14.
And then, okay, so hang on. So,
Oh.
I wish I'd rolled that for an attack or something though.
Oh god.
I have a 22.
okay, so third's a 22. I don't know. There we go.
You mean add it on my own, or are you taking care of it?
I'm trying to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something really stupid. I'm going to do this. And keep track of it this way. All right, so you're 22. What else did you get?
I'm 14.
14 here. Braigwen, what wonderful number did you get?
I rolled a 4 Dex mod. That's 2
Okay,
again.
Tyron,
2 twos in a row.
what do you got?
17.
Jesus Christ.
All right, now I got to roll. So I've got him. He's actually going to be like that. And that one's going to be
Jesus.
over here.
God damn it, Cord.
Let's just keep this nice and organized. Oh, this is reversed. Yeah, there. Okay.
Golf rules.
Yeah, we're just golf rules. There we go.
And we're starting at round 20.
Darn right.
Counting down.
No. Okay. So, although actually, that's not a bad idea. We'll do that then.
Oh.
All right. So, now they obviously get a surprise round. So the first thing that happens is the only person they're familiar they know is there, who is currently prone and doomed. Oh my God! I rolled really badly. That actually, that will not hit. Holy crap!
I'll follow the tree and faceplant.
So an arrow comes. You hear a coming out of the trees, probably from somewhere around here-ish. And that's actually his action. So that's the surprise round. So third, it is your turn. You still don't actually see the enemy. You just heard that it's coming from somewhere up here-ish.
Okay. Well, the first thing I do is I'll step out. I'll stop stealthing, basically.
Yeah.
And present myself as another target, an armed target with a crossbow.
And if you want to just give me a quick wisdom check.
Sure.
It is pretty. I know this isn't a great map for it, but it's pretty dense here, the underbrush.
Actual 20.
Nice.
I like this dice.
Oh, let me get the battle music going here. Sorry.
So that's a 22 total?
He is... Where is he? Right here. He is right... hang on. Zoom in a little bit. He's actually right here, pretty much in that bush. It's a person who has a bow.
Okay.
Why is this grid weird? Like, you see that? It's tracking to the
Yeah.
corner. I'm not sure why.
So that's one of our 2 enemies.
I think that's like the... Oh, okay, I see what the problem is.
Hmm.
There's 2 grids.
How do I ungrid do that?
Oh, is that what it is? Because technically you have because okay,
So there's a very light, transparent white one.
and then there's the actual one on.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Let's do that.
Dueling grids.
Oh, okay, that didn't fix it.
And there's like an option under... Oh, I got promoted. I guess I can just do this.
Yeah,
Snapping off. Now try it.
There we go. Okay, then we can just do it manually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Resize myself a little bit.
Sorry. Okay, so
It's...
All right.
Guessing
Oh.
it's
so that wasn't an action or anything. That was just you seeing it.
down.
Okay.
So you
So you
have,
said I actually see him. Is he like all armored up and military and such, or does he look more bandity?
oh no, he is. He looks like a professional soldier.
Okay.
He is
Is he wearing
definitely
any colors.
roll int
All right.
+2.
Int +2. Plus my normal int would make that an 18.
Okay. You are 99% sure that that is someone who is wearing the colors of House Eklar, aka the county you're currently in. Nope, I'm wrong. Sorry.
Okay, that would be weird.
Yeah.
No, I actually meant Guthrum, the city of Guthrum.
Okay.
Sorry. Yep.
Really?
That's the city you just came from. City state you just came from.
So either a deserter
Or the province you just came from, excuse me.
Yeah.
So either a deserter or somebody who's double dipping.
Okay. So I'll point the crossbow at him, and then I will. Oh no, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not the charisma person.
You've got
Yeah.
options.
I'll tell him. Stand down. We're not bandits.
Okay. Is that he's not going to react. I'm just going to tell you that. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't think I can hit him anyway.
you can try. It's up to you.
Unless that took an action, already an action, in case if he decides to attack again, then I'll.
That did not take an action, no.
Okay, then I'll take a shot.
Okay, do it.
No, I said I'm ready in action if he decides to attack again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Tyron, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, by the way, for the purposes of movement, pretty much all of this is bad terrain, which effectively just halves your move speed.
Yep.
That means my move is 20 and everyone else is 15.
Yep.
Okay.
So how much movement will it
each
take?
square
Each square is 5.
5. Ooh.
Yep,
Okay. Okay.
you got this.
Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. That's 4 squares. And I'm gonna try to pull Braigwen up.
Okay. That just so give me a strength check.
Okay. It's gonna be a 15.
All right, so you successfully managed to tear her from the ground, which means so remember there were 2 layers of stuck she is. She is now only 1 layer of stuck. That's also your action. Sorry.
I know, but
She was stuck to the ground. Now she's stuck to herself.
oh,
So
She
she
can run now, basically.
yeah, she can move, and that's it. In order to take an action, she will have to do a roll.
Oh, I was hit with ye old bag of Elmer's glue.
okay. Well, face it. What would you rather do? Would you rather still be prone on the ground, but be able to move your arms?
I mean, that is the other option you could have done. She could have just been laying there like,
Running is definitely preferable, I think.
Yeah.
At this point, I would say running is preferable.
Okay. He takes his action. That leads us with Shadow Machine. It's your turn.
Alright. Well, I'm going to,
And her up by me.
I guess, take my short bow that I have and fire a shot at this guy over here.
Okay. Do it to it.
So what's that going to be?
You roll a d20, and then you add your dexterity modifier to the roll.
Boom. 16. So, unnatural 20.
Okay. That will actually hit. I don't remember how much a short bow is off the top of my head.
1d6
Isn't it,
damage.
about to say, is it
Okay.
a D6?
1d6 plus your dex mod, I think. Third.
1d6 plus dex is a
Um,
7.
For a short bow, yes. It's
Okay.
D6.
Sorry, it was 7 damage?
Yep.
Okay. That's a pretty good hit. He recoils and shouts out, "They're over here!" And you hear some noise in the distance. And if you want to move, you can. Otherwise, that's your round.
I'll... No, I'm pretty good where I am behind this tree.
Okay. He disappears behind the cliff face. Braigwen, it is your turn.
So... Trying to decide. How free are my fingers?
Not.
Not. Okay. So, well, yeah, I'm gonna book it. Yeah, I'm just gonna move. Would I have to roll dexterity with...
No, you can just move.
Okay, yeah.
You can move 3 squares in just about any direction.
2, and then 3. So I'm...
No, I hate to interrupt, but actually you can't do that. Sorry. So, for those of you who haven't played D&D, diagonal movement is it? Hang on, is it the first diagonal or the second diagonal? Third.
If you're playing by that, it's the second.
Okay, never mind. You totally can do that then. You're cool.
Okay.
I think it's been forever since I.
The reason I mentioned that is because diagonals are longer than straight. So the idea is here. I'll demonstrate with this. So like 5, 10, right, and then 15, 25. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
The second diagonal costs double
Oh, okay.
to accommodate the extra diagonal. It's because, sometimes you just really want to go long diagonals,
Okay.
Anyways, that's all. Moving on.
Okay.
All right, so that puts us at the top of the round, which is over to... Actually, no. Let's... now that he's yelled... Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to add some other characters to the initiative. So he's going to go way up top there. He's actually going to be terrible. He rolled crap, so he's going to be way up here. And then... he rolled even worse than Braigwen. That's astonishing.
Oh
Right?
my god.
That is astonishing.
That is impressive right there.
Ow.
They
And,
must have 0 decks.
Oh my god.
and then this guy.
Oh.
Hang on, I'll fix it in a second.
Yeah, Guido's not well.
There's one that you
Ah, crap.
lost underneath there.
I was gonna say, that doesn't feel like the right numbers. And that's because it isn't. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Ahem. Top of the round. You hear this very loud roar. It actually shakes the entire area. And a very loud sploosh of water north of you.
Oh, just what I was afraid of.
Third, it's your turn.
All right. For what I know about these things, I'm guessing they're faster than our normal movements.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if we run, we'll just die tired.
I mean, you can try. It is totally up to you. They are guard animals, so they will probably stop chasing at a certain point.
Oh, okay.
Like, remember, they are not domesticated, they are tamed.
Yeah.
Heaven, Falkenstein, and yes, although Chad already answered you, obviously.
I'll move back that much.
Okay.
I know he's coming, and there's one ramp up here.
Yep.
Right? Can I see this ramp?
Yes, you're well aware of the ramp.
Okay. So I'm going to ready an action. Well, I'm assuming I have nothing to actually target right now.
I mean, no, you do not.
If that thing charges up that ramp, I would like to cast Sleep on it.
Okay. Totally valid. That leaves us with Tyrant. Your turn. You have many options. Your stalwart military leader just decided to start bailing.
I'm gonna go ahead and free Braigwen the rest of the game.
Okay. So, give me another strength check. Braigwen, I actually want you to give me a strength check, too.
Okay.
Ooh, she gets to assist this time.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, that one's not as terrible. So, okay, so my strength is 5, so that may be like a -2 or 3.
Your strength is 5?
Yes, my strength is 5.
How is that even possible?
No, it's super possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
The minimum dice roll was 4, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly.
Yeah, but you said it was 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah, no, that is correct. So it should be 8 minimum. You're right.
Minimum
8
is the
minimum?
absolute minimum.
Congrats, your strength is now 8.
Okay.
Write that
cool.
down.
Alright, fine. 8, so it's, what, -1 or 2?
So what was your dice roll again?
18.
Okay, so that will be sufficient to assist, which will be sufficient to get you. It was a DC of 15. That's why I'm like,
I'm useful.
come on. Okay, so you successfully break her out. That is your turn. We're gonna go ahead and move forward to his turn. You don't know what he's doing. Shadow Machine, your turn.
I'm going to go over here and ready another arrow shot in looking in this general.
Yeah, just kind of getting the Overwatch going on.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so
Mario Eagle Eyes.
yeah.
You must struggle to pick up cutlery for meals.
He's gonna do that. Braigwen, it is your turn.
Oh god, okay. Alright. So now that I'm
you
actually
get the fork, and it's like, sorry. You're free. You're super free. Your comrades appear to be fleeing.
Yeah, okay, so
You now have the help of the arms to actually help with like adding to your speed. So
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, anybody who doesn't know, you can burn your action to move again. So basically doubling your speed.
whoop-de-doo.
I just mentioned that for no reason.
The only thing I'm worried about is they know that they know that we were here. We're probably gonna come again.
I mean, it's up to you how you want to deal with this.
Yeah, since we've got that living tank chasing after us. Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run.
Yeah, just off
However
the
many
grid.
squares, just off.
Just
the
off
grid.
the grid. Just off the grid.
Just off the flat earth. Just jump.
Okay, so he's gonna move there. In the distance. Nope, right there. Third, it is your turn. I'm gonna, for the sake of this, I'm gonna go ahead and say if you manage to get off the, let's say here. Of course I can't do it.
Over here.
Yeah, if you get over there, you're out of combat. Is what I'm generally thinking. So third, it is your turn.
Second verse, same as the first, except move a bit. Oh, I fell down.
You want to double move, or do you want to just
No, I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
Move 3 and then ready.
slowly sleep ready? Tyron? Okay.
I'll scout ahead for like a better place to
Retreat
escape to, so that we retreat to.
Oh, that's right. Give me a wisdom soul. Say roll.
That was a 4.
Oh god.
You think the best possible route to go would be this way. You should. That's what just occurred. Okay, now in all seriousness, joking aside, I'm gonna go ahead and say you think instead of doing this, you're like, going over this way would be much better.
I was doing nice dice rolls on my when I rolled for stats.
Shadow Machine, it's your turn. Tyrant has just indicated that you should run that way.
That's the general direction that, what's Third's character's name called again?
Third.
Third's character. He heard people over in that direction. I'm saying we just go straight back. So I'm gonna get back and again, ready arrow shot in this direction.
Okay, Braigwen, your turn.
I'm gonna turn to look at Tyron.
You trust his expertise. He's a monk from the hills. He knows this. He's...
Okay, so no joke, it actually was supposed to be a 5, but I rolled a 1 on the die, so that was like just. It had to happen at some point. I'm sorry. Law of averages.
Would there be a way would that be the best move, or do I just
You can just roll straight in to check. See what you think.
Yeah, that's the most bestest place to go.
There you go. 2 people in the party now confirm that is the route to go.
For the record, I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
So you hear a lot of noise and what sounds a whole lot like the sound of a dozen shovels drilling into the ground simultaneously.
This seems really safe. It's perfect.
Third, your turn.
Half the party's cutting to the right.
Yep.
Oh god.
I mean, 2 of them seem like it's...
They know what they're doing.
I have no reason to not trust them, so...
Yep. Nope. You got this.
So I cut that way as well.
This is gonna be terrible. What's your AC, Third? No reason.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
That would
I don't
be
believe that. No reason for 1
Wow.
second.
12.
All right, so whew, a shot comes out through the trees. It actually misses you. I can't believe I rolled that crap. But you now spot that guy who has been basically hiding amongst the trees there.
Shoot, I'll return fire if he shot me as I'm going that way.
Yeah, you totally can.
Chunk. Ew. I think I just shot into the trees. Yeah, that's a 7.
No, not these guys. Okay, so move, shoot, Tyron. It's your turn. There's a guy in the trees there. Sorry, let me be very clear about this. He's not actually up in the tree. He is amongst the trees.
Yep. I'll say watch out to Guthrum.
Yep.
Yeah, the Guthrum military.
I just came from
Mm-hmm. Guthrum military using Rush military signals.
I mean, you are all Gresh citizens, after all, right?
Of course.
Sure, we'll go with that.
What are you thinking, Tyrant?
He's in this square, right?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Would I be allowed to attack on a diagonal?
Yes.
Okay, so I have just enough movement to get over here. So I'm gonna strike at him. Another one?
Oh God.
Oh, you actually rolled... Okay, so on a combat one... Hang on. Where's that thing, Ogre liked earlier? Here we go. Let's pull up the failure check here. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Darn. I have it locally. Give me a sec. It'll be funny. Don't worry, you won't open a pocket dimension thing. And I only know that because that's actually one of the possible consequences. Okay, so let's pull out. Tyrant, you do the honors. Roll a d8 for me, please.
Oh boy. That's a 7.
Okay. Roll again. Roll something other than a 7.
A 1.
Okay, 1 I'll accept. Are you armed, or are you just using your fists?
I mean, right now I'm just using my fists.
I just want to make sure. Alright, so now we roll a d6. I'll roll the d6. Perfect. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to hate me for this. No, this is much worse than you dying. So you reach out and you punch as hard as you can. You smash right into the tree. And this is a very old tree.
Oh, God.
And I want you to write this down somewhere. I'm not actually joking. Your hand is now temporarily disabled. You've actually broken some of the bones in your hand.
Oh, God. What was that? Ironwood tree or something?
So that's going to cause you some issues. It's going to give you. It's going to be. You can still punch just as well, but every successful punch is going to hurt. And you're
going to chip away at my health or something.
And you're also going to have some issues during certain types of movement, action, skill-related things because your hand is broken.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Don't worry. They have ways of healing that in this setting. It's just you probably want to be in town for that. With that scintillating turn out of the way,
Forget what I just said about escape room. Let's just bail back to Gritham.
I mean, you can run. I told you, that's the line right there. Shadow Machine, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to...
No reason, I'm just going to make this
Party behind.
really clear that there's that line there. There we
I'm
go.
actually going to the 1, 2, 3. Shoot at this bandit here.
I
That
feel unsafe.
What's the range on a short bow?
I have no idea.
I'll
Because
look
I
it
feel
up.
like
I'll
if
look it
he
up.
just barely misses, I'll get
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah,
Um,
because white
but-
magic doesn't exist.
80-foot short range, 300.
Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I couldn't remember.
So, short bow. Unnatural 19.
Okay, so you successfully don't hit Tyron.
Yes.
Congratulations. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Damage is
D6 plus Dex mod
7 again.
7. You're doing some good damage here. So, and you hear him, and Tyron, you're there and like, and what's funny is as you recoil from the pain, an arrow flies right over where your head used to be and nails the guy right in front of you.
Well, see, I'm a Patari, so I actually hear it go over them.
Oh yeah, you this is a whunk, and it's right there. Okay, so that you can no, you can't. So it's his turn now. He's a little bit like confused about exactly what's happening here. He's not 100% sure.
Got an arrow sticking out of his shoulder. Ah!
Okay.
So he's going to go ahead. Yeah, he's got the arrow there. He's going to whistle out a specific command. Braigwen and Third, do me a favor and roll a quick int check. This is a low DC, but in the heat of combat, I still want you to check for it.
I hope it's a really low DC.
8.
So int. Okay, so
I don't get it.
Oh my
That
god.
would be 16.
Okay, Braigwen, you recognize this call. This is a pullback. So what he's calling for is he is going to pull back, and more troops are going to be coming in to flank this area now.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have company.
And he is going to act defensively to get the hell out of Dodge.
Flank the area. So does that mean that my stupid route is actually the right way now?
It might be, thanks to certain circumstances. And so I gotta start keeping track of this. So he's over there. There's over there. Over there. Braigwen, it is your turn.
All right. Am I still within? Can I see this guy?
A little bit.
Okay.
If you cast now, I'm gonna laugh at you. I just want you to know that. It's fine. You can do whatever. I'm not gonna inhibit you.
So.
Careful.
I don't know. That wouldn't be a good idea. That would be funny, but no. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue going down the route of stupid. And
It's a good route, man. You don't understand.
it's one of those dumb luck. So yeah, I'm just going to continue here, and then I'm just going to be ready.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta do some math now. I figured you guys would have fled by now, to be completely legit.
Oh no.
We're heading that way.
What? What party?
We're trying to, but then Tyrant had a great idea of going left.
Well, okay, so if I attacked him, it would have to be.
Okay. Oh, Tyron.
Yeah.
What's your health, Tyron? No reason.
So far as I know, I haven't taken a hit. So 30?
Perfect. So, I want to describe this. So, you look up. Now, this is the first time you've ever seen this, Tyrant. So, you just suddenly look up and you see what looks like a pinwheel come flying at you at Mach 12 through the underbrush. Just... And as it gets closer, you start to realize just how large this thing is. And it slams into you full tilt. So, this thing comes wham! And actually just barely makes it. In rolled up form. Now, you have a couple options here. You can die. No, I'm kidding. You do take a hit here. This is not going to be unkind. But yeah, I rolled crap, so you're okay. So you take 10 damage. Now you have a choice. You can stand your ground, which is going to involve a strength check at a penalty because of your hand, in order to try and basically to deflect this thing that it just slammed into you, so it will discontinue its momentum. Or you can go flying, and that would involve a dexterity roll at a disadvantage because of your hand, in order to try and tuck and roll kind of a thing. And that way you wouldn't take any additional damage, obviously, in either of these cases. And he would probably keep going for, looks like another 20 feet, actually. Something like that.
20 feet?
Ah,
Jesus.
Braigwen is right at the tail end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good
Well,
thing
after-
I have
well-
an action ready.
Okay.
Up to you.
You have an action ready, you said?
Well, I mean, I didn't take an action. I just
Okay.
moved, so.
So no.
Be able to do- Well, yeah.
I'll let you have readied an action. You're new to the game, so what you can do is you can ready an action. The way it works is it's like programming. You have to set up the trigger.
Okay.
So if the trigger doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
But if the trigger does happen, it happens. So if you want to have readied an action, you can.
Yeah, ready in action.
So what do you want to do? Braigwen.
So, let's hopefully I have this right and it doesn't kill anybody. Well, other than the animal. So, let's see if I can't bring this up.
You say both of them are at penalty
Yes.
because of the hand. Okay.
I'm not going to tell you which penalty is what, though. Not until you decide.
Okay, I keep going for the
By the way, is that Tatooine from Tor?
Yeah. Well, specifically, it's the stronghold.
I was going to say, it looks like it's
It's a real
animated,
Stronghold, actually.
but the sun wasn't moving. That's why I was so confused.
Yeah. So it is kind of animated. I think the key that you have on it right now is playing with it because I decided that I wanted to have an actual background rather than just the green screen. What you're seeing there is a sun reactor, and that's one of the things that we encounter on Zakul in the more recent expansions.
Okay.
yeah. Zakul is kind of ridiculous in the tech level it's at. In my opinion.
Well, listen, you don't understand
See,
how
here's-
amazing.
No. Zakul is ridiculous. Then there's Iokath.
Oh, right, yeah. Iokath. Ugh.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm ready up, Braigwen.
So, I'm trying to figure out where my any spells would be.
So you're a black mage. So you know fire, earth, wind, and water. You can cast any of them up at level 1, 2, or 3. You can also maximize any of them. Maximize removes the dice roll and costs additional mana. I'll link you the mana chart if you give me a second here.
Okay.
I can explain the mana formulas, but honestly, the chart just makes it.
No,
easier.
I've got the mana chart right here.
Oh, okay.
So I just don't have like a spell list or anything like that. But
It being an armored Dillo. I'm guessing Earth probably wouldn't be the best magic to use against.
Probably not.
yeah. So fire.
Okay. So, what was your prepped action? I need to know the trigger, because this is in the past when this thing's over here.
Okay. So the prepped action, I was basically eyeing that armored Dillo and readying a fireball.
Okay, fire what? You can cast fire 1, fire 2,
Okay.
or fire 3.
I'm gonna go fire 2 because I don't want to burn the whole forest down. Just maybe that little bit, just not the whole forest.
And I assume that's just a regular cast, not a maximize?
Yeah, just a regular cast.
Okay, so meanwhile, in the present, funk! Now, I kind of want your response now, Tyron, and then we'll do the spell.
All right. Tuck and roll.
Okay, give me the dex check, -1.
Dex check -1.
Yep.
It's a 17.
That is good enough. Okay, so you will, you're basically over here now, but you successfully tuck it. Okay. God damn it. You had to do this, didn't you guys? You had to go off the grid. I got all this area here, and you're like, let's fight down here. So,
I don't believe that for 1 second because you said that you were ready to.
I'm super ready.
By now.
I was ready for you to bail and not fight in the bail area. All right, so. Funk. He's now pretty much right there. And this is when your spell goes off, Braigwen. Fire 2. So you spend 2 mana. Make sure you notate that.
Okay. So
And a cute dog shows up the moment you spend the 2 mana.
Yes, Oscar is here.
So all right.
He is licky.
Just gonna freaking pin it down. So
Yeah, if I had gone Ranger, I think I might have wanted to have a dog companion named Oscar.
okay.
I'd allow it. Yes, cute dog summoned. Successfully.
2 mana, and that's going to be end, right?
Okay, so what it does is it is 2d6, 1d6 per spell level. So 2d6 fire damage. So you roll a d6 twice, or 2d6, however you do that, and you add them together.
Okay.
That is the usual sign, McDudd, yes.
6 and 4, so that's
So 10 fire damage.
Yeah.
So the rest of the group, you see a very obvious fire spell come from your local mercenary. You all immediately know what this means. You can decide for yourselves how you take this, but that's a big freaking deal. Most of you have probably never seen a mage before in your life. Personally.
Oh, look, a mage. I didn't realize she was the mage. That's gonna be useful for our side.
Say, are you serious?
Do you not understand the political implications of saying, "Hi, I'm a mage"?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Speed Witch Third, it is now your turn.
I'm just over here, is like.
Besides, and
I'm
point to
just
the
over here,
armadillo.
like, ow.
Roll to not scream.
Oh, here.
It's
Um,
Third. What do you
how
got
does
there?
this thing looking? Is it still?
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. Well,
This is a boss fight, and you just hit it once. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So, well, since we're all just doing this now, I'm gonna cast a spell. Targeting this thing, curse.
Okay.
All right. So let me
We have 2
Okay.
unicorns in the party now.
look this up.
Oh shoot! I just realized I should be using my local document for the mage stuff because I have them right here. Spells.
The
Where's the mage?
mana chart. There we go.
Are you gonna maximize?
I am gonna maximize.
Holy schmoly!
Max
Well, it is
curse.
Yeah, it increases the DC if I'm not mistaken for a curse specifically.
It doesn't increase the DC, but it increases the spells of. Well, hold on. It says effective spell level by 1 for a number of curses and severity.
Yeah, hang on. Apparently, mage classes does not include the spells, so it's probably under this one.
Yeah.
Because why would it be? That's just nonsense.
Yeah,
Is it
that's...
under
It's
M?
pretty insufficient.
Here it is. It is under M. Jesus. Okay, so curse. There's the blacks, there's the whites, and here's the yellows. Target must succeed at a willpower check based on the spell level, so it does increase the DC, or be magically cursed. What effect this has is up to the GM's discretion, but can include all kinds of things. Lasts for 1 times spell level rounds, so it also lasts longer if you maximize it. Higher level spells can produce multiple effects and worse ones. Maximize to increase spell level by 1.
Yep. So maximize level 3.
Okay.
Ow.
So that's going to be a DC... Ugh, where's my D20? There it is.
It's gonna be a failure.
Oh god, it
There's the
succeeds.
DC.
Oh no.
So I failed by 1.
All
Oh.
right.
Oh.
And so if you hadn't maximized, it would have succeeded its saving.
Oof.
Ow.
Call there.
Yeah.
So that was a level 3 maximized.
Mage.
It's the most as I can do. It's a third of my mana. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a big boost there. Okay. So viewers at home, should it be shrunk or should it be blinded?
Oh. Oh. Mm.
Both would be.
No, viewers at home.
No.
They're all saying killed instantly.
Yeah, the big giant death rolly thing.
Well, alright.
So we've got shrunk.
Level 1 death.
So the thing is, I know Lore doesn't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender who hasn't watched it. But there are things in there called badger moles.
Oh, no.
Earth things. They don't see, but they hear extremely well and sense things. I'm guessing this is an Earth-based animal. Blinding it probably wouldn't do much. Because it's, a
Damn.
digger.
So I'm waiting a moment. It looks like nobody's actually answered, so we will go with Shrink. So all of a sudden, so Tyrant, you're standing right there. Braigwen, it's right in front of you. It just gets smaller, like substantially smaller. This thing is normally about 10 feet in diameter when rolled up. Now it's here. We'll just I grabbed one of these for a reason. Now it's a little bit smaller, and that's going to last for 4 turns starting. Now, basically, I'll just do this. Keep track of that.
So I wonder how far I'll be able to throw this thing.
It is super tiny. So that makes it...
I pick it up.
Tyron, it is your turn. Funnily enough.
Just...
Oh, hang on. Third is still moving. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm just moving over there a little bit closer to Tyron. If I can stand up, I had a little too much to drink. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a hell of a day.
That took a lot out of me.
Tyron, it is your turn.
Don't worry, we can fix it up if we get out of this alive. It's fine.
I'm tempted to pick it up and spat, but no, that's not gonna work.
Oh, by all means. I would love you to pick that thing up. Yeah, by the way, its AC has technically gone up as a consequence of it shrinking. It's more like its AC has stopped being down because it had an AC penalty for its size.
Right.
Oh yeah, we should be on boss music now, shouldn't we? Because you decided to fight this thing.
Well, I guess we're committed to fighting this thing now, aren't we?
I mean, you could still flee. That offer is still on the table, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and kill this thing.
It is small now, so it should hopefully be easy to kill.
You got
I'm
this.
hoping it won't do 10 damage a hit now.
I
That would be
think
nice.
that 10 damage a hit was probably from it doing a Goron roll.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it Goroned right into him. You're absolutely right. Straight out of Majora's Mask. So what do you...
if you've watched Ruby the Borba-Tusk,
I don't remember that. Sorry.
it's the pig thing that Weiss killed in class.
So I'm gonna try and hit this thing.
Okay. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
This is great. Okay, so take a damage.
1 damage.
1 damage.
Alright.
And roll your roll whatever your damage is. I think it's a D4 in your case, plus strength.
D4
Or dex.
plus strength.
You can pick strength. Or, no, we'll get to that in a second. Strength or dex, it's your choice as a monk.
No, it's definitely gonna be strength.
Okay.
Let's see. That's gonna be 7.
Okay, so I multiply crits after all math, so it's going to be 14 damage. Now, I do have a rule, though. If you crit, you have to describe it.
Oh boy.
Mm.
I'm not the best descriptor, so...
Boom. There's the Borba-Tusk more. When you see it, you'll remember it.
I'm sorry, I'm not the best descriptor.
Oh, that thing. Okay, yeah, I remember that now. All right, I'll describe it for you. So what happens is you go to punch this thing, forgetting for a second. And then you connect with it, and then you remember. And what happens is you flail so hard with your other arm. The elbow of your other arm actually kind of, you twist around, and your elbow comes back around full 360 and slams into a pressure plate right in between 2 of its plates. And just nails it really hard. And you hear this, it's still fairly deep, roar, but it lets out a roar of pain as you connect. And that intermingles with your own roar of pain. Your hand hurts a little bit more now.
yeah, just a little bit.
It's just ouch +1.
You may now do whatever it is you wish to do, movement-wise. You may provoke an op. Please provoke an oppie. It'd really make me happy if you could just die right now.
What?
I'm kidding. So you can move if you want to. If you do, you will provoke an oppie, aka an attack of opportunity. Unless you move only 5 foot, aka one square.
Let's see. And you said no.
This is stupid.
blowing key
Here.
as you said no blowing key as a bonus action, right?
Yep. Bonus actions do not exist as a concept.
Okay.
Here. This red line is now the edge of the grid.
Oh, we made it. All right.
Just ridiculous.
Aim the dice.
Then I guess I'll just move 5 feet.
Oh, so you're actually... Sorry, you were here. Sorry.
Well, I wasn't flying down, so
Yeah.
I'll move 5 feet over to the side.
Okay. So you scooch over there.
Okay, so I get out of people's way.
Shadow Machine, it is your turn.
I'm just going to move a little bit here. And... Alright, so being this close, I can see the heavily armored points and the perhaps less armored side of it.
There's not really a less armored side, but you can see where the plates connect, so that might be a place where you can try to hit.
Alright, I'm gonna aim a shot, try to hit between the armored plates.
Okay.
On Falkenstein, as the guy who's playing the monk, I would say it actually finally puts it on the level with the rest of the class.
So that's gonna be a 17.
To hit?
Yep.
Okay. So, plink. And and by plink, I mean the arrow successfully connects. Sorry.
My damage
Shunk. There you go.
is a 8.
Okay. So, the arrow is now sticking out of a bit of the plate there. That means it is now Braigwen's turn.
Kill it with more fire. Kill it with more fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Although it's a bit close but maximized, isn't it? I don't have enough mana for that.
So you're in melee range and casting?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah. So.
So if you
I'm
do-
going
Through
to-
Halo's Tide, they still have key attacks.
So
So they
okay.
still have special actions that they can take.
No.
So I have dagger. So
I would really not attack this with a dagger. I physically don't think you can get through its DR with a dagger.
yeah, there's nothing much I can really do.
So you can take a 5-foot step back.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Actually, no, hang on. You know what you should do? I'm sorry, that's actually not something you can do. What you can do is you can move defensively and just go. And that's your action, is you get 3 movement and then you're done.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. Take myself. I'll book it.
Okay, so Braigwen's gone from the game forever.
He bailed, like, completely and totally.
There.
After everything I did to
Yeah.
try and free her from that.
It's okay, you're totally going the right direction now. Alright, so its turn comes up. What it's going to do is it's going to roll up into a ball. Tyron, you can get an attack of opportunity on this. I'll even make it so you don't have to take damage from this, because you can kick it as it's going by.
Oh, sure, I'll kick it.
So, roll. Roll to hit.
Broken hand, broken foot.
In 18.
18 to hit.
18 to hit.
Nice. So, do your damage.
That's a 1.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
What's that after your strength?
No, wait, after the strength. After strength, that's 5.
Okay. You don't feel like you did any damage to it. You feel like you just bounced right off the armor there. Alright, so it rolls up into a ball and just kind of starts rotating in place for a bit. And that's its turn. Third, it is your turn.
Mm.
Right? Yes.
Oh. So is it just sitting there continuously spinning right
Yeah, it's doing the Sonic the Hedgehog thing.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try to interrupt it.
Okay.
By putting it to sleep.
Stick in the spokes.
Okay.
I'm assuming that'll work.
It has a chance to work.
Uh,
Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Sleep. There it is.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. Is it pointed at anyone in particular?
No.
No. Okay. Then yep, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We'll give it. Wait, how does this work?
DC plus spell level, and it's lasts for half time spell level rounds.
Right. So if you cast it at one spell level, how does that work?
It lasts until next round. It's basically a single mez. Lasts until your next round, to be clear.
Okay.
So it loses a round. Okay. I rolled a 20.
Well, he had his coffee.
Sorry. I've actually been rolling crap all day, as per my usual dice log. So, sleep, nothing happens. Do you want to move? Or did you move?
I just did.
Okay. Tyron! There's a relatively small, spinning, armored, plated death thing right in front of you.
Oh, you're punted into the river.
I don't feel like that would actually
If you
help much.
give you a round while it comes out of the water. Although, good luck.
If we get one. Well, I mean, it is smaller right now.
It is smaller. That is. Oh, speaking of which, no, on your turn third, it is ticked down. So we're now at that many rounds of mini. Sorry. What song is this?
Should I try it? I mean, I'll do it as an action, but should I? What do you guys think?
It was that was more of a joke than anything because we're like right here.
As I say, if you want to try and throw this thing 40 feet that way, I mean, I'm not going to say you can't. I'm just saying that's going to be a hell of a roll.
You need net 20 is all.
Yeah, I might actually require a 19 or a 20 on that. You can go for it, though. I'm not going to stop you. It's a good idea. It'll give you a round.
At the very least. Ah, God.
Trying to think. Actually, you know what? Instead, I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to burn a key on Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
That still needs a 2-hit roll, right?
Yes, you do still have to roll to attack.
It's going to be a 16.
That does hit.
All right. And is that for both hits, or?
It's, How is that supposed to work, Third?
It's separate attacks.
There you go.
Separate
So I do need another roll, then.
Second one is an 18.
So that totally also hits.
All right. That's a total of 5 damage.
Okay.
And I'm... oh, wait, no, that's not true. I keep forgetting about my strength thing. It's actually a total of 13 damage.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Wait, is that both attacks?
Between both attacks.
I need to know individual because of DR.
One was 5, one was 8.
Okay. So, the 5, you don't feel like anything went through there. But, you did actually do damage on the 8, so some damage actually gets through. And flunk!
Okay. And since I burned a key, I'm going to... because I follow the open hand technique, so... let's see how this works. Give me... no, that's actually not a good idea. Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Are you sure? You want me on the... Okay, so that's going to be a 24.
Oh, never mind.
It has a +6 strength, and I rolled an 18, so... I mean, that could have failed. +6 is only decent. It's not great. Actually, it'd be +4 right now, wouldn't it? Sorry, that's actually my bad. It's only 22. I apologize.
It doesn't matter.
Haha.
Only.
The DC was 12, so...
Gotcha. So, would you like to move?
Yes, please. Get away from that sucker.
Okay. So,
That puts me there, I think.
third, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
That is a 13.
That is enough. So you do see this guy walk up to you.
Hey.
He drops something at your feet, and then moves one step back. That's his turn.
Oh, a present.
Got a bomb.
Tick, 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 tick. Shadow Machine, it's your turn.
okay.
Shoot the bomb.
Do I see this guy here?
Give me a perception check.
Ugh.
He is actively stealthing.
Oh god damn. Perception. What's that? That's a 9. Oh god.
That's a no, sorry.
God.
In the interest of fairness, third could probably say, hey, there's a guy here. So you probably have the idea there's a guy there.
Hey. I'd probably give some exclamation.
Yeah, yeah, at least it's probably a little startling. This guy just kind of sneaks up and then sneaks back away.
Alright, so can I
Did say they were gonna flank us, so
1, 2 I move there. Can I see what he put there?
You actually recognize this. This is specifically it's basically a Tanglefoot bag, except it's a bomb. This is going to trap and capture just about anybody with any fairly large radius.
Can I grab that and chuck it at the armadillo?
That's going to be an attack roll at a bit of a negative, but yes, you absolutely can. So let's do an attack roll at just a -1 with no bonuses. Let's just do it that way. Because I don't think you have... Wait, you do have improvised weapons,
No, I
don't you?
switched
Oh,
improv weapon to
right.
something else.
Okay. This would have been a perfect application of that.
But I decided
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's
my
fine.
backstory as much
Yeah.
to have that. Alright, so what, D20?
So just a d20 -1.
And no,
No nothing.
no nothing? Alright, so that's gonna be a 14 then.
That is sufficient. So you will toss that, and it's now over by the dragon. Wow, by the armadillo.
Dillo.
It suddenly turns into a dragon right in front of you. This has always been a way to just kill you guys. That's the kind of GM I am. Sorry, guys. All right, so that's your move and action, I think. So I think you're done.
Yeah.
So right about now, Tyron, give me a perception check. Wisdom, sorry. But are you muted, Tyron?
shouldn't be.
Well, that was your roll.
17.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. All right, so you see this guy come up, drop a little item next to you, and sneak back a bit. That's going to make it his turn. Braigwen, what's your AC again?
Oh.
Oh, wow, I think I missed.
Okay.
It's 8, right?
Yeah.
I actually missed. Wow, my dice are crap. So an arrow comes flying out at you from about over here-ish. I love how we've just... This is where we're fighting. I got this whole thing set up. There's even a boss gimmick up there, but no, we're fighting down here. Because...
I mean, you could have made it so that the board... Off the board was the red line.
I'm just saying, you guys suck. All right, so... a shot misses you, Braigwen. Braigwen, it's your turn.
Okay. So now I have my choice of targets. And that thing.
Yeah, this is too awesome for this.
So
Hi, Spartan.
I am going to take that and throw it where these two guys, like somewhere in between where they are.
So you're gonna try to grab the thing, the bomb?
I'm going to try to grab it and then throw it.
Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna need a DC of 20 minus 1. You're also gonna have to get up here, I would say. I also need to know exactly where you're throwing it. So just like mark it. Here's a. Use the pawn.
Yeah, like, somewhere like
There, yeah.
right over here.
Okay, so roll it.
Okay, so
Roll crap, because it would amuse the hell out of me.
She rolls crap, and all three of them are right
I was
there.
gonna say, all three of you will get smacked by that if you fail this hard. What'd you get?
natural 20.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so it lands over there perfectly. It is right there. I should probably mark the other one while I'm thinking about it, which is right here.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Neither has gone off yet, by the way, if I haven't made that clear.
Yeah.
So
what-
do I know how they work and how they go on?
Timer.
I don't know. Ah.
God damn! I'm not even gonna ask what your AC is, Shadow Machine. I doubt an 8's gonna hit you.
15.
Yeah, so you see have a arrow comes in. Actually, no, he would be up here, wouldn't he?
I'm gonna say, like, I hear it, like, coming from
Yeah,
behind.
you hear the whistle, and he goes, and it just super cool style. All right, so he's gone. We're just gonna remove him from combat for right now. That's his action. He goes flying off. What he actually does, I'll go show the viewers. This guy isn't here anymore. I can just delete him. Boop. He goes flying off and effectively ramps over the river to the other side of said river.
Okay.
And that's where he is right now, over there somewhere. Third, it is your turn.
All right. I don't like this guy sneaking up on me. That was rude. So I got a question. How does, with the healer's kit, is that actually viable for in-combat healing, or is that pretty much out of combat?
In this setting, I'm going to say only out of combat. It's mundane, not magical.
Okay, that's fine. In that case, I'm just gonna
Or this planet, I should say.
finish spinning around at this guy who's behind me and take a snapshot at him.
Okay.
With the crossbow. And then try and move. Sorry, I'm gonna get on the board again here.
No! Well, that's officially here. There.
Okay. and here's my shot attempt. Oh, that's not too bad. That's a 23, just short of a critical.
Nice. Yeah, that app. No, it misses. Sorry, I'm afraid you can't hit him. What do you?
Boss. He's the real boss.
He's the actual boss. Yeah. What he does?
sad damage, 4 points.
Okay, so. And that leads it to Tyron's turn. No, third like does a back roll flip and then shoots in midair as he's going.
Just Legolas is way out of there.
Yep.
Legolas doesn't use a crossbow.
No.
I mean, well,
If he was cool, he would.
He does a Varric, like, from Inquisition.
Yeah.
It's more tank.
Him. Okay.
I'm going to burn another key on a flurry of blows on this guy.
Okay.
See if I can actually get what I want to have happen this time. 16.
That does actually hit barely.
And an unnatural 20.
So those 2 hits.
Nice.
7. And a 6.
Okay. So he is severely wounded and obviously not ready for this. He's a little surprised that you're hitting him at all. Like, you shouldn't have seen him. What the heck is going on here?
Strength check.
His strength is a lot lower. But I still roll a 11, which I don't think is enough.
Oh, it needs to be a 12. So he gets knocked back 15 feet.
Okay. Well, so he's over there now.
Nice.
Where's the... Okay. So that is so now it's his turn. Oh God, right. So so this bomb goes off. It hits nothing. But there is now a fairly large amount of blech. Here.
Just out of range of that.
Just
Yeah,
this
really.
is all very sticky, blecky tar.
Like the tar that Braigwen got caught in that first.
It's actually worse.
Nobody get in that net.
This looks much worse than that. It also looks flammable for no reason. I mentioned that. But again, you know this. You reckon now that you've seen this Shadow Machine, you recognize this thing. This is the kind of thing that is supposed to incapacitate people for long periods of time until someone can come by and pick them up. You're not supposed to get out of this. Now you can.
Yeah.
That's just that's the idea. The thing that was thrown at her, that was just like a grenade thing. This is much worse.
Guys, don't step on any of this. This is horribly. You don't want to get caught.
So
Thanks.
So what's going to happen is he's going to do this. And I'm going to need Third and Shadow Machine to roll Wisdom really quick, please.
Wisdom 17.
Okay.
Looking at an 18.
Wow. Okay, so both of you spot him. He got a 17. But he is going to continue to sneak away.
Alright.
He is still stealthing his way through the underbrush. And then Shadow Machine, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm going to move there, fire a shot at him,
Okay.
and what was that? Plus dex.
Could someone clip that just really quick, that musical cue? What'd you get, sorry?
22.
Okay, so that hits.
And oh wait, I totally forgot. I have the anatomical knowledge thing, so that gives me a plus proficiency against other Patari, right? Or is
Yes. This is, I mean, it's kind of an assassination thing, but yes.
Oh, right. Well, then I'll forget about that then. But it's still 22.
Yeah.
So then that's going to be 8 damage.
Okay. Okay, so he takes 8. And that makes it their turns. So he's going to go first. So he's going to take a... he pulls out a special arrow and takes a shot at you, Shadow Machine. Does a 14 hit you?
My AC is 15.
Damn. Okay, so plink. A clearly poisoned arrow plinks off of your armor.
Guys, they got poisoned arrows.
Which leads me to this guy next. Which means this thing goes off. So that's going to be... that ring. Oh, whoop. Perspectives are hard. Okay, so that goes off. These guys are mega stuck right now. So stuck, I'm actually not even going to roll for them. They are super stuck. Braigwen, it is your turn.
Hey, Braigwen, that's flammable.
Yeah,
God.
don't say. Oh, they already got to me. Okay. All right. So, God dang it. Got that.
Thank you, Cord.
I
Someone...
I'm supremely irritated. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go.
So I'm just a little irritated at these guys. I'm gonna take one step back. And I'm gonna cast just a level 1 fireball.
Okay.
Just level 1.
So just, you don't... All you need to do is roll a d6.
Oh,
And
right.
spend 1 mana.
Alright. Let's see where it is there. Oh shoot, 5. Okay. So
5 fire damage goes into that. There's now a massive conflagration in the middle of the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfire.
I'm just going to spoil this. This forest is going up in flames. The whole thing. So we'll decide based on a d4 how long you have before you get engulfed by the fire. Okay.
Oh.
This is how many rounds you have before the flames spread.
Hey guys, I think we kind of sort of won and lost at the same time. We should bail.
Yeah, tactical retreat.
Yeah.
Which direction are you retreating in? Not that it matters. Hang on.
Well, technically,
Can I re-roll? Can I re-roll that? Because that's going to take us directly through those flames. So I need to look for another one.
That's true. That's true. Let's wait till your turn.
So wait, so
Okay,
the
go
way what we're looking at it, the way where we are would be on the north edge of the forest, right?
Yes.
Alright. I say we go north and just get back.
Just book straight out.
Yeah.
This
I'm
wizard
sorry.
needs a shower, Corey.
Oh my god. Okay, so all right. I gotta think about this. Give me a second.
I
He
did
was trying
promise.
to keep us here.
No, they're all dead. All the prisoners. They're all dead. You don't even know they're there yet.
Oh,
So you just killed a lot of civilians.
Well,
But it's okay. You don't know about them.
over here? Because there's a river in the way of this fire.
Yeah, no, that's not going to stop that.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, so what's gonna happen is these they're dead. I don't even they're not on the board. They are screaming charred skeletons. We've got A New Hope's Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen are in the middle of that section right there. That guy, I think he's just gonna peace out. So you don't even see the fifth guy who's been kind of doing things in the background this whole time. That brings us to his turn. He's going to rush over there. He's on the other side of the river, so you don't care about him. Which brings us to Third's turn. Hey, Third, you know that fire's going to spread.
Yeah.
As soon as that fire hits this other spot, bad things are going to happen. That's kind of your countdown.
I will give the hopefully they'll understand this. The Gresh military signal for retreat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna book it. I am
I was like, you should probably double move at this point. I'm just
Yeah,
going to
I'm
tell you
double
that.
moving.
You should probably double move. All right, so Tyron, you don't know what he just said. But he just bailed. And you're right next to a giant conflagration, which looks like it's spreading. Oh, and now you can do the check to figure out our escape route.
Let's find another way out. Hopefully a better one. Natural 20.
Okay.
Okay.
You find such a successful way out that, honestly, I'm not even going to make the rest of you do the combat. So, we've left combat. You do such a good job that all of you manage to bail the hell out of dodge. The flames expand behind you. As you are fleeing directly north, you will actually hit a point where, like, you're maybe 30, 40 feet away. Like, you haven't actually made that far of a distance. And then you hear what it sounds like a massive explosion behind you. And the sound and the roar is larger. The smoke is just absolutely enormous. It's covering this huge chunk of the area. And if you look behind yourself, it's like, holy crap. You will, of course, continue to flee north. By the time you get sufficiently far north that it's in the distance, you will hear a third explosion, even at that range.
Oh, they had a lot of that in there.
And that's probably the last one you're going to hear at that distance, but you can still kind of hear the boom, boom out there. And after a certain point, you leave the area of the woods. Actually, if I'm being honest, I should probably require a constitution check from all of you. Because you're booking it, and you're going through rough terrain.
That's okay. That's an unnatural 20.
15 for me.
so 17 for me.
so okay. So Constitution check would be
Con, see you in.
on 16.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. So all of you managed to keep your weather, keep your your sprint effectively, and just keep booking until you actually manage to get out of the outer edge
The entire way.
of the woods. It takes you a couple hours of jogging and running to make it the full distance out. It's not a small trip. By the time you finally get out, by the time you finally get out of the forest, and you need a breather, you know. We're not going any further till we get a breather, you know. You turn around, there's just black smoke covering half the horizon to the south of you.
I'm just thinking to myself,
Yeah.
I did not think of that.
Yeah,
Oop.
we did that.
Let me see your hand, Tyron.
Well, I think that bandit problem is, at the very least, put on hold right now.
Yeah.
Was not
Um,
meant
While we're taking a
That part of
breather, I'm
the
gonna
land
see
is
if I can-
probably like completely non-traversable for the next like
2
month
weeks.
or two.
So what's your healing check? Oh,
Because
sorry.
that kind of black fire is, my goodness.
Um.
I know a fire when I see one.
So I guess the first question is, I have the diagnostician thing.
Mhm.
I don't know how that comes.
Okay,
in.
so you can do this one of two ways. You can just add that straight to your heal check, or you can do that to succeed more as a separate check, but then you have to do a separate check of your heal check. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll just add it then. So, what attribute do I use for this?
That would be int.
Okay. Not too bad. Well, with bonuses included, that's a 17.
Okay. Now, obviously, this is not fix your hand, but your hand, the swelling starts to go down, and the pain starts to subside, and you are now in what I would call a stable condition. You're not in danger of gangrene at the moment, which
Okay.
would
So
actually have
basically
been a
now-
problem.
Now it's at least at a point where if we can get back to town and I can get it treated properly.
But yes, you have stabilized your hand. It is no longer death doom. You're good for traveling. You're feeling at this point. You're feeling a little bit queasy, weaky. There's probably some blood loss problem going on there, but it's okay. You got food. You take it. What would you like to do next, guys?
Okay. Well,
Have anything else other than go back to town?
well, we
Because
have.
there was that other thing to
They already
that's
left
like
3 days ago.
Yeah, they left 3 days. It was like you could head west to.
no to
Oh, the ruins.
where we went.
Oh, the ruins.
Yeah, the ruins.
I mean, if you really want to go there before getting your hand checked out, that's up to you. There were rumors of the fact that there was some kind of people who had standards. And that's to say, military standards were set up
Unlike
around
us,
there.
we have no state.
Yes, no, you guys have nothing. But no, what I mean is there was some kind of military camp at that run.
I did not connect them using 2 of them with they have gigantic stockpiles.
No, it's good. It's all good. It's just
How far away are the ruins from here?
I'd say probably 3+ days. Except now you got to go around the forest of fire death. But
Well,
over 3 days. Actually, I guess I could just hang on. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, no. We'll just say 3 days.
Well, yes, true, had.
Yes, there are no longer giant stock pills of those anymore.
There's no
Whoa.
longer anything there. There's not even trees anymore.
Nope.
so if that was
It
The
has become
Bandit.
a crater.
Several.
so we can pretty safely assume that those bandits are out of
Turbo dead or fled or whatever.
Is that not what we went to do in the first
I mean, that was the goal.
That was the goal,
But
but
we-
I don't think us burning a forest down is necessarily what the Baron wanted.
We had to bring back fingers.
No,
Yes.
no. For bonuses, he wanted us to bring ID
Oh.
coins.
Oh, I did coins, right, that's right.
Yeah, we
How did I
no,
think
we
of
booked it.
this? I don't know.
We weren't able to get
We
anything.
were smart. We booked it.
But we can go to him, say, there's no
Unless
more
we wanna
bandit
go-
problem.
Unless we want to go back and pick them up, but is there anything left of them?
I'm sure we could find things, but we'll probably be waiting here for a few days.
Yep. That's gonna take a while to burn out.
Yeah.
And as we're here discussing, we see just deer and other woodland.
Oh yeah, they're fleeing en masse. Yeah, a lot of game is piecing out. You see some armored Dillos go by.
Oh, hey, that's that thing.
Yeah,
We see the shrunk one go by.
Well, unless we're feeling particularly adventurous, maybe we should head back to town.
I'm thinking we should head back to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Although there is a possibility we get in a lot of trouble for burning down the forest where they get their lumber and stuff. They might get their lumber and stuff from.
Technically, it was them with giant stockpiles of flammable bags.
Well, yeah, but then of course our mage had to go and start the initial fire.
I'm sorry,
It's
who?
Well, no one else is around us, and we all know you're a mage now. So.
Please.
Hey, I know the benefit of discretion, Braigwen.
Which is why you're yelling, yes. So
Someone nearby's like, "She's a mage!" Just walking by. That's some random dude.
Oh, this just happens to be a merchant traveling around.
Yeah, there's a merchant.
Wait, what?
I need to tell everyone in town.
I need to tell everyone in town.
No, it's like Oblivion. It's just everyone knows everywhere instantly because how faction flags work.
Sauce.
Yep.
So, here's our prospects. We go back, we say, alright, that forest is clear of bandits. You
The
can
forest
see
is
the
gone.
you can see the smoke from here.
it'll grow back eventually.
In another 200 years.
No, I was not Quan Falkenstein. I was a minor nobility assassin.
I assume you guys are heading back to town.
To be a Templar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Let's go back to town and just.
Listen,
Yeah.
you got to put a military spin in this, right? They had high-grade explosive weaponry that they used and managed to kill themselves with it and caused a lot of damage.
Okay, so if we're going to
Yeah, you should probably get your story straight
Yeah.
Alright.
because there's going to be some questions when you get back. I just want to be clear about that. There's going to be a couple questions.
There's high-grade explosives, a giant armadillo, and flaming arrows, and it just went haywire from
They're
there.
using poison, they're using high-grade explosive, or flammables, I guess. Well, you know what? No, why not both? Because, you know...
Do I know the name of this exact?
Oh, I didn't write it down, but I had a name for it.
Well, let's say I
I'm
know
guessing
the name.
the answer
Yeah, you know the exact name. Yeah.
And it'll be something that anyone in the military is aware.
They
People
had
like,
weapons of mass entanglement.
They did.
weapons of mass entanglement.
so I can say we were, we caught, a little scouting group just outside their base. They tried to use this on us. Luckily I knew what it was they were trying to do, so I chucked it back at them, and then a stray fire arrow just managed to ignite it, and then they had a huge stockpile of it in their base. Once the fire spread, it just was over from there.
Yeah. And then the forest went poof.
The story
And
is
boom.
they were using it, they managed to catch themselves on fire, and we left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, you could
Just
wait
like
a week.
99% true.
Yes.
This is
It
true.
is 99%
This is,
true.
yeah.
I mean, because
And
they
assuming
did
we
manage...
can help each other on our bullcrap rolls.
Out of character, I feel kind of bad that I burnt down Boar's entire thing.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You just started a war, by the way.
Oh, fabulous.
All right. I'm sorry. Part of the reason you probably didn't notice, I was sitting here with my eyes closed because I had to decide how he's going to react to this, how he, and he's going to react to this, how he's going to react to this, and how he's going to react to this. And I had to decide. They're not all male, but all of those characters. I had to sit and be like, okay, what's going to be the reaction to this?
What? Guthrum, Pontu, Calchester.
There's a bunch of people. Don't worry about it. All right. So you get back to Guthrum. You're back in town. Here, let's get the happy town music playing here. There we go.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Everything's happy here.
Can you give me like 1 minute?
Yeah, go.
1 minute.
All right, now that she's gone. No, I'm kidding. So you do make it back to Guthrum though. What pace are you making? I assume kind of slow, like normal walking.
Normal walking, I think, works.
Yeah, it's.
We'll have our
I'd
hands in our
imagine
pockets
we're actually
for whistling.
kind of exhausted.
No, okay, so you get back, and it's been about 3 days again. It's been about a week. The town is pretty much the same it usually is. As you're going down the central street, you can probably guess what the buzz is about right now.
Hey, did you hear about that huge fire in the forest to the south?
Yep, that's currently everyone's just rumor milling about it. Everyone has a different theory. Everyone has a different theory on exactly what caused it and who did it and why. Some people think it's Higdat. They're back, and then they're trying to destroy the natural resources rather than let the Gresh have them. Some people think it's the Gaskians. Some think it's the Y-Cores. Some people think it's bandits. Some people think it's just a random cow knocked over a barrel or something. It's just you just hear all kinds of theories and rumors running around as they're all debating.
That last one the best.
Are there dragons in this setting?
No.
No. Okay. But the Igni are fire-based.
There are Igni, and they are fire elemental creatures. Yes.
Okay.
So
we hear someone say, "Hey, maybe an Igni started a fire in the forest."
yeah, one person like there haven't been Igni seen around here in like 10 years. What are you talking about? And just all sorts of people. They're all debating. One person thinks it was aliens. Aliens showed up. I'm telling you, they're there. They're watching us right now. And he points at Shadow Machine randomly as you're walking by. He's like, "There's an alien right there. Look, he's right there. He's just walking in our town. Don't you understand?"
Meanwhile, we're just kind of sort of.
All right. Well, I think we better just go to the Baron.
Actually, really quick, do you want to get medical help first, or do you want to leave the party and go get medical help while they go to the Baron? Or do you want to collapse?
Do you guys want your heavy charisma roll?
I was going to say, it's at a negative right now. I'm just going to let you know.
I have some pretty good charisma, and I have my noble boy's ability. I'll be fine with the Baron.
Okay, then I want to go and get.
Okay, so you go to the local health place. I'm not even going to make you roleplay or anything, but they will basically keep you there for a bit.
That's fine.
Probably like the rest of the day, so you're just kind of there right now. And they're going to look into that. They're going to mundanely heal it, of course, because magical healing isn't really super awesome. But they are going to be able to set, Third actually did a really good job, so most of what they're going to be doing is just setting, giving you an actual cast, and you're going to be in that for probably about let's roll for it. 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
For 4 weeks, you are in a cast, and you'll finish mending.
I'd be able to use that as another boost to, bam, backhands.
Yeah. All right. So while you're getting that cast, and while you're getting that set, and all that stuff, and you get the happy pills. Don't worry, you get some happy pills.
Oh, happy pills, great. I'm knocked out. I'm gonna go and prep some coffee now.
All right. The other three of you make your way back to the fort. This is very hang on. This is very strange fort music, but I'll take it. There we go. You make your way back to the fort. You obviously just, hey, we're here. We're back to report in, and it takes a little bit of time, but you will, as you're waiting to get in to see him, the captain comes by. You remember him?
Captain Netzthir's friend.
Yeah, Knight Captain Ritmard. He comes by, and he's like, he looks at you for a moment, and do me a favor, really quick, and well, actually, let's rewind. So he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, you haven't left yet?" I mean, it's been almost a week. I figured you would have gone by now.
Are we in public?
Yes.
All right. Is there like a secluded place we can?
Oh my god. If you want to try and be like, hey, you should come with us to the back corner, then yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being coy about it. I'm like, I just jerk my head over there, like we need to get away from the public.
He's gonna look at you weird for a second. Look over there, like, okay, sure. He walks over with his hand on his sword just in case.
Yeah, I mean, we're in eye shot of everybody.
He's just a little bit weirded out by this, but he's just like, okay, whatever. So he walks. It's just the two of you over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you go over and he's like, what's up? What's going on?
There was a fire.
Unforeseen consequences. There was a fire.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fire in the forest?
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen it. ... You haven't seen a giant black smoke plume.
And he is so dumbfounded by this. Like, there's this blanching. Roll a wisdom effect. This is insight, if it matters.
Oh, it may be because I have that auditory empathy thing. If that helps.
No, not in this case. I don't think.
Okay. That's a 4.
Okay, so he's dumbfounded. He's trying to process this, and after a long moment, he says, "What happened?"
Well, the locals wearing the colors of Guthrum.
Of Guthrum?
Yep. Although their aggression, I mean, don't make no mistake.
Roll a charisma check, by the way.
Sure. That is going to result in a 14.
Okay, so they were of Guthrum?
Well, that's what it looked like. That's the colors they were wearing. I mean, you and I know that sometimes doesn't mean a whole lot, but...
Well, yeah, Lord knows there's so many bandits and mercs roaming around. They probably looted something. Or...
I mean, of course, they were military. They weren't bandits.
Well, what's the difference at this point? Am I right?
A trait.
So there was some military there.
Yeah, they were packing some pretty big stuff.
And
including some very flammable stuff that they unfortunately did not know how to use very well.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
And so they what lit them on? They lit it on fire.
So you don't believe it? They were just tossing them around right next to their camp.
Oh, just right into the open flames, kind of a thing. Let me guess. It's the.
Yeah, the big ones.
I need to come up with a name like right now.
The Bomba.
The don't moves. So they just had
Boomer sap.
this boomer sap. There you go. Oh, actually, I was gonna use sap in that because it is actually partially made of tree sap. Sap mine. There you go. It's a sap mine.
Sap mine. Okay.
So they were using sap mines, and they just threw it at the fire.
Well, no.
Just...
I didn't see exactly what happened, but they were throwing them all around, and one of them got lit on fire. I think it was one of their exposed flames because it was right next to their camp.
Wow.
I was too busy dodging the poison that they were throwing at.
The poison, yeah, poison. That sounds very bandity, admittedly. Now, as he's talking this conversation, you could tell that he is basically lying through his teeth to you. Mm-hmm. You're not 100% sure on what or why, but you can also tell that he knows something that you don't, and he's trying to figure out what you know based on how he's questioning you.
So it seems like there was a few things that got left out.
I'm guessing you're going to see the Baron to get your due reward.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, okay. You know what?
You know,
Why
I
don't-
should let him. I should let him know that you helped us out, though.
I'd appreciate that. That would help my career boost. I'm kind of stuck here at the moment. I wouldn't mind getting somewhere else. I'll go talk to someone. He starts to walk away to go into the fort.
Oh, no,
to
no, hold on.
Well, what?
We're part of the group waiting to go in.
Oh no, I'll get you in. Don't worry. I'll be right back.
Oh, perfect. I'll come with you.
So he walks. Okay, so you go with him, and he does walk in, and he does talk to the major domo, and he says, "Hey, the bandit situation. The mercenaries are here to deal with the bandit situation, Your Excellency." And the major domo says, "Ah, yes, of course." Good. And so the rest of you are, except for Tyron, are rushed in. While he's waiting, he says, "So what happened to your monk?"
He's getting his hand treated.
Oh, he hurt his hand, did he?
Well, you punch things with your hand. You figure you're going to break it a few times, right?
I guess I wouldn't know. I use a sword personally.
Well,
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It was really effective. I didn't believe it when I saw it.
punching a trained armadillo isn't always going to work out for you, even as a trained monk.
I'm just glad.
That I punched a freaking tree.
I'm just glad all you guys are fine. So the Baron, you get ushered into the Baron's area. There's guards around, obviously bodyguards. I assume somebody bows because it's the Baron.
Yep. I make a very clear and deliberate, deep bow to the Baron.
Okay, and so he looks at you and addresses you directly, Shadow Machine, and says, "Ah, yes, you've come back to tell me all the good news, I assume, about taking care of the bandit group. Excellent. Please regale me with your tale."
Right, so, the bandit group. If they aren't all completely dead, they are scattered to the wind right now.
Oh my goodness, truly.
Yes. The unfortunate fact of the matter is that they were using sap mines. We didn't see their entire stockpile, but we encountered a little scout group.
Oh.
Just a bit outside of their camp, sir. And they were throwing sap mines at us. One of them went off,
Goodness.
and
I'm going to require you to roll to lie, by the way. Just to be clear.
So far, all of this is true.
Technically, yeah. So that's actually going to be a 15 there.
Okay. So, please continue.
They were throwing sap mines and were shooting at us with poisoned and flaming arrows.
Oh my goodness. Flaming arrows. Why would they use flaming arrows in a forest? How foolish! Ugh.
I don't know exactly. They weren't the smartest of bandits, but we managed to avoid one of their sap mines, and one of their flaming arrows hit the sap mine. And then started a sizable fire in the forest that then spread to their main camp, igniting their entire supply.
Oh my goodness.
So their base is destroyed. However, many of them survived it. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you. I know we at least killed 5 of them in that skirmish. But I imagine not many, if there are any left out there, they're scattered and disorganized now.
As you're talking, his face kind of blanches more and more, and you notice he just kind of stops paying attention to you at a certain point, as he's clearly thinking and processing and looking into the distance, and this look of horror just slowly overcomes him as he's standing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just sits there, silent, after you finish talking, for several seconds, just...
Are you all right, sir?
Yeah, are you alright, my lord?
Braigwen, you are the only one here who's familiar with aristocratic politics. What you are looking at is someone whose career just died.
Oh.
And he knows it.
Oh.
And so he's trying to figure out what he's going to do about that. And so he's just staring into space like...
How important was that forest to the surrounding...
that was the county's primary source of lumber.
So, yeah.
Not the barony, the county.
Oh.
Basically, when
So what,
winter
all
comes,
of
we're going to
Acklar?
freeze.
And there's this... Oh, yeah, by the way, it's winter. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. It is December right now.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh.
So we're gonna freeze.
So there's just this really long pause, and he says, "Thank you very much for reporting in. I have other things to attend to. Please excuse me." And the major domo rushes forward to, like, scooch you out of the room, along with the night captain.
Lumber, von Falkenstein, and it's the counties.
And
Yeah.
then it's all of Acklar.
Yeah, all of Acklar. This
Yeah.
whole area up here on screen, you can see.
It not only supplies their building materials, but also the source of their warmth.
Yep.
So, in the middle of winter, finding that warmth and cooking.
I mean, there's going to be some other sources of lumber, especially on a small scale. But yeah, for the entire county, this is going to be bad for the central cities.
They wanted that bandit camp,
Taken
ousted.
care of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyways,
That's a problem.
So Green Scooter, I whisper to the major domo, so where do we pick up our reward?
the major domo says, I'll deal with it later.
Okay.
I don't think we're getting paid.
You're probably not getting paid, though. Just so you know.
What? Why? We completed the contract.
That's
Why?
definitely a true statement.
I just take third and I'm just like, no.
Okay, so having successfully done this, so you get rushed out, and the night captain pauses for a moment, looks at the group, and says, "Well, that turned out well, doesn't it? What you guys looking for work?"
Not here. Screw this place. They just stiffed us.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know why he would do that. I don't know. I think he's just a little bit. He obviously didn't pick up on the signs. He's just.
Yeah, well, I'm
Twisted
gonna
mush.
say that Miss Baron here, he's
Former Baron.
well, not former yet. Soon to be
Well,
former
soon-
Baron.
Soon,
He's not going to be in power much longer, and he this
Who's next to take over the whole barony?
Well, I suppose that would be the mayor. Is the next in line.
Maybe he'll give us our money.
I'm not going to trust that man. He's probably not growing.
No,
Oh, wait, I didn't
You haven't
meet
even
him.
met him.
Yeah, so you never met him, but he was.
I know mayors. I'm not going to trust him as far as I could throw him.
yeah.
I don't think you could throw him very far.
Only
Yeah.
I could probably throw him pretty far.
Are you guys gonna go meet with Tyron in town?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
inform him.
Now, did you mention it, Rick Mark? Yeah, we are looking for work. Let's go to the medical hut.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're. Well, tell you what. You go ahead and get your friend checked out. If you want to meet up with me.
We'll meet at the Cracked Tavern tonight.
Yeah. Let's meet at the Crack Tavern. My room is room 302.
He got the room. Wow.
Random number out there.
Yeah,
On the third floor?
It's the third floor. Listen. It's a really ritzy place. Okay.
No, it's just that one like 2x2 room at the top of where you build.
Yeah, it's super tiny. He has to actually lean against the wall to sleep.
A thought just occurred to me.
Hmm.
If this is a nice big tavern, oh boy, in about a couple of weeks, this place is gonna look mighty fine for some firewood.
Yeah. So oh my god, you guys. So you go ahead and you go to the medical place. DarthTyren is there. Yeah, by this time he's got his cast on.
How long you gonna be in that there, buddy?
4 weeks, the doc says.
Okay, so
that's not too bad.
no more punching with your right hand. You're going lefty right now. You're gonna become ambidextrous.
You are now a southpaw, sir.
I am already kind of sort of. That's kind of sort of how
It's a
they
monk
train
thing,
us,
yeah, I know.
You know. It's just I have to.
Kicked more.
I'll probably be kicking more.
Sure, you couldn't get that steel plated, so you punch even harder.
I mean, you got 3 more chances till you have
You
to
know
start
what?
headbutting things.
You know what?
You walk up to the medic, and
Making a modification to this cast so
the
that
medic just shuts you off in the middle. No. Stop asking. God.
Hold on, before we go, no, go ahead and sign his cast. There we go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, get the first signature
an
in.
artificer to engrave
Just
that.
sign
That
it,
way I can
sorry,
actually
I
do
started
magic
with
damage
it.
on a backhand with the cast.
Oh my god.
At about this point, the medic says, "So, how are you going to be paying for this this operation?"
How much?
Did you get paid?
Bill.
That'll be 20 bricks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ. Alright,
Expensive
Tyron,
cast.
you're her slave now.
Bill it to the Baron. He's taking charge of our bills.
Oh, of course, of course. Please roll charisma to convince me of that.
18.
Well, that does beat me. Oh, of course. You must be the ones who have been hired to deal with some of his issues lately. God, I can't believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, it's okay. We've heard about this. He's got this whole thing set up where he's gonna have a regular retinue of mercenaries who do regular work for him. It's supposed to be working out. It's a great idea. I think he's gonna do some great things.
Yeah, probably will.
Yeah.
I just dropped the Bill off. He's really busy with something right now. He's got his head in the clouds when last saw him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, thank you very much for saying. And you were such a good patient, Mr. Tyrant. Thank you very much.
Right.
And so
still loopy.
he's drugged. He is drugged. He's got the good stuff.
Let's go to the tavern. That's the best place to
Oh yeah, you should get drunk right now. It's a great idea.
Drunk while I'm hot.
Opiates and booze. Let's do it.
Let's go to the crack tankard and go meet up with our nightcap.
So you go to the tavern, and you go in, and there's actually a fairly large amount of people there. You, of course, are Patari, so you have the ability to hear all kinds of things right now, and you can probably guess what most of those things are talking about. It is pretty much.
Panicking.
It's the only topic of discussion. There are people talking about fleeing. There's actually discussion of actually bailing on the county entirely and fleeing to other counties in order to just stay out the winter and just survive. Some of the merchants have already started talking about, they're going to make emergency runs to try and purchase as much lumber as they can in bulk, but they're not set up for that, and the snows have already started, so they might not be able to make it in time. Meanwhile, you manage to make your way into the back area, and you find the room in question. You knock, and someone says, "Come on in, come on in." You enter, and the night captain's standing there. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Third, roll me a wisdom check."
Okay. That is going to be a 14.
Okay, this feels like a trap.
Oh, if it's the trap thing, then that's 50.
Okay, still feels like a trap.
Am I like the first one going in, or how am I?
That's all right. We'll roll for it. Hang on. So there's this many of you. So we'll say you are the third person into the room. With hang on, the only one behind you is Shadow Machine.
Oh, I'm the only one behind.
Yep, you're
Okay.
you're in the very back, Shadow Machine. So
Alright, so I'll stop short in the doorway.
Funk. Shadow Machine, you like bump into this back, just briefly.
I'm like,
And-
I give him a little tap on the shoulder, being like, "What's up?"
Hold on, something's wrong.
And
I ready my rapier.
I do a quick case of the room and behind me.
there, give me another perception check with advantage.
Oh, okay. And you know what? Since I'm so paranoid, I'm guessing we had a long rest since we've been traveling through.
Yes.
I'll use. Well, I've already had got advantage, so I guess it really doesn't.
Yeah,
matter.
you don't
I
need
was
to.
gonna use pinpoint.
Don't need to blow it on this one.
That is a 16.
Even with advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little lower than I was hoping, but that's okay. But that's still enough to notice that there's obviously the walls are fake. Those are like the walls are further in than they should be.
Okay.
And so the night captain's there, and he's like, "Hey, it's good to see you guys. It's
too.
and
The wall's a fake. What's going on here, Redlord?
and as you say that, he pulls out his sword and says, "This is what you get for killing my men." And out of the wall, several people burst out, and you enter initiative, and we'll chop off there for the week.
Okay.
Damn it.